Hi, my name's Allison, and this is my story. I was never one of the beautiful people. While my best friend Shayna was everything I wasn't, tall, blonde, and effortlessly gorgeous, I was short, on the plump side, wore glasses, and blended into the background. Despite our differences, Shayna and I were close friends. Every Friday night, a group of us went ice skating. I wasn't much of a skater and usually spent more time falling than gliding. Still, it got me out of the house, a house that didn't feel like home since Dad's younger girlfriend, Avril, moved in. She was always critical of me, making me feel worse about my appearance. Shayna, on the other hand, was a vision on the ice, spinning gracefully like a ballerina. I didn't mind watching her. I enjoyed people watching and, of course, catching glimpses of Sam Reeves, the guy I'd been crushing on for years. Sam didn't know I existed. He was with someone else and, honestly, I didn't have the confidence to believe he'd ever notice me. One Friday, as I sat sipping a Diet Coke and observing the skaters, Tony Franklin approached me. Tony wasn't strikingly handsome, but he had this undeniable charm and a reputation for being a flirt. "Hey, Allison, how's it going?" he said with a dazzling smile. His attention caught me off guard. For the first time in years, someone was looking at me. We chatted for a bit, and I felt myself relax, almost enjoying his company. Then, out of nowhere, he asked, "You and Shayna should join us for burgers later." The moment shattered. Of course, he wasn't interested in me, he was after Shayna, like everyone else. The humiliation was overwhelming. Before I knew it, I threw my Diet Coke in his face and stormed off, tears streaming. Shayna followed me to the changing rooms, concerned. I couldn't bring myself to tell her what happened. It wasn't her fault, guys always chose her. She walked me home that night, and I cried myself to sleep, feeling invisible once again. The weekend was a blur of sadness. When Monday arrived, I avoided Tony at college. I felt foolish for letting my guard down. When I got home that afternoon, I noticed something was different. The living room looked tidier than usual, almost too tidy. Then it hit me, all of Mom's pictures and belongings were gone. I confronted Avril, who smugly explained, "Your dad and I thought it was time for a fresh start." Furious, I demanded answers. Dad, who emerged from the kitchen, defended Avril. "Allie, don't get upset. It's for the best." I was livid. "How dare you forget about Mom like this?" I yelled, rushing to retrieve Mom's things, which were stuffed into boxes in the kitchen. That's when Dad dropped another bombshell. "Allie, Avril and I are getting married." I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed the boxes and hid them in my room, then ran out of the house with no destination in mind. As I walked, Tony appeared out of nowhere, calling after me. I tried to ignore him, but he followed me to a park bench, looking genuinely concerned. "What's wrong?" he asked. I didn't want to talk to him, but my emotions spilled over. I blurted out everything, my mom, Dad, Avril, and how lost I felt. Tony listened quietly, his usual cocky demeanor replaced with sincerity. In a moment of anger and confusion, I impulsively kissed him. I expected to feel triumphant, but instead, his embrace felt comforting. It scared me, and I pulled away, shouting, "Leave me alone." The next week, I avoided Tony entirely. Still, I couldn't shake the memory of that kiss. 2 weeks later, at a local disco, I saw Tony again. He was drunk and stumbling, clearly upset. When I asked him what was wrong, he opened up about his own troubles, his parents' constant fighting and how much he hated going home. For the first time, I saw him as more than just a flirt. Suddenly, he kissed me again. This time, it wasn't impulsive. It was tender, though clouded by his drunkenness. Before I could process my feelings, Sam Reeves appeared and pulled me away. "Is he bothering you?" Sam asked. To my disbelief, Sam offered to walk me home. As we walked, he confided in me about his recent breakup with his girlfriend, Anna. I listened, trying to focus on the moment, but my mind kept drifting back to Tony. When Sam kissed me goodnight, I expected fireworks. After all, this was Sam Reeves, my dream guy. But the sparks never came. Instead, I found myself thinking about Tony's kiss. The following week, Sam asked me to the end-of-term party, the biggest event of the year. Shayna helped me get ready, and for the first time, I felt beautiful. Even Dad noticed, comparing me to Mom. At the party, Sam was the perfect date, but something felt off. I kept looking around, searching for Tony. When Sam noticed, he confronted me. "Are you looking for Tony?" he asked. I couldn't lie. "I'm sorry, Sam," I admitted. To my surprise, he smiled. It's okay. I think I still love Anna anyway. He left to find her, leaving me alone. As I headed for the cloakroom, a hand grabbed my arm. It was Tony. Where are you going? He asked, leading me to the dance floor. The music was soft, the lights dim, and Tony held me close. For the first time, I felt seen, not as Shayna's friend, not as the girl no one noticed, but as myself. When he kissed me, everything clicked. This wasn't a crush or a distraction. This was real. What about you? Sometimes, love comes in the most unexpected forms. Has it ever surprised you? Share your story below. Please like, share and follow for more.